Prime Minister Stephen Harper, my name is Tenzin Lobsang, and I'm a Tibetan Canadian. At this critical time for the two countries I call home, Canada and Tibet, you have the opportunity to stand up and say no more to China. As Canada is set to announce the decision on the next Sinook deal by December 10th, I urge you to not allow this dangerous deal to pass. By signing this deal, you are signing away the rights of Canadian citizens, workers, and our own government to protect itself against the Chinese Communist Party's interests. With this deal and that of FIPA, you are bringing Canada one step closer to becoming another Chinese colony. Tibetans inside Tibet already know what this means. The Chinese state-owned Sinook has had operations inside Tibet which coerced and forced the resettlement of Tibetan nomads off their lands for the Communist Party's interests, stealing away their very way of life and existence. This type of abusive leadership and disregard for human rights is why Tibetans inside Tibet are literally lighting themselves on fire for freedom. At least 90 Tibetans, 28 just in the last month, have set themselves on fire, seeing no other way to illustrate to the world their suffering under the Chinese government's brutal rule and illegal occupation. Shortly before you were elected as Prime Minister of Canada, I met you outside the Governor-General's residence. Chairman Hu Jintao was visiting Canada, and political and business leaders were meeting him at a dinner thrown at Rideau Hall. Outside the dinner, there were hordes of people protesting Hu Jintao. And instead of driving straight into Rideau Hall, like everyone else, you stopped to speak to us Canadians instead of ignoring us. A black-tinted window town car stopped right in front of us, and out you walked. You walked straight up to us, our small group of Tibetans, and said that when you went into the dinner to meet Hu Jintao, you would not forget about us Tibetans. So I'm asking you today, please don't forget about Tibet. Stand up for human rights, democracy, and religious freedom. Stand up for Canada, stand up for Tibet, and like that day that I first met you, please stop and listen to your citizens instead of driving straight into the arms of the Chinese government.